According to Reuters, the Dow Jones and the S&P closed their best June in decades ahead of the G20 summit.
According to Reuters, the Dow Jones and the S&P closed their best June in the decades ahead of the G20 summit.
On June 28th, the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 ended the month trading up between 6 and 7%.
On June 28th, the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 ended the month trading up between 6 and 7%.
That marks the best June for the S&P since 1955, and the best June for the Dow Jones since 1938.
That marks the best June for the S&P since 1955 and the best June for the Dow Jones since 1938.
On the day, the Dow added about 73 points, rising to 26,599, while the S&P tacked on 16 points, bringing the benchmark index to 2,941.
On the day, the Dow added about 73 points, rising to 26,599, while the S&P tacked on 16 points, bringing the benchmark index to 2,941.
According to Reuters, the Dow Jones and the S&P closed their best June in decades ahead of the G20 summit. On June 28th, the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 ended the month trading up between 6 and 7%. That marks the best June for the S&P since 1955, and the best June for the Dow Jones since 1938. On the day, the Dow added about 73 points, rising to 26,599, while the S&P tacked on 16 points, bringing the benchmark index to 2,941.
According to Reuters, the Dow Jones and the S&P closed their best June in decades ahead of the G20 summit. On June 28th, the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 ended the month trading up between 6 and 7%. That marks the best June for the S&P since 1955 and the best June for the Dow Jones since 1938. On the day, the Dow added about 73 points, rising to 26,599, while the S&P tacked on 16 points, bringing the benchmark index to 2,941.
According to Reuters, the Dow Jones and the S&P closed their best June in decades ahead of the G20 summit. On June 28th, the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 ended the month trading up between 6 and 7%.
According to Reuters, the Dow Jones and the S&P closed their best June in decades ahead of the G20 summit. On June 28th, the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 ended the month trading up between 6 and 7%.
That marks the best June for the S&P since 1955, and the best June for the Dow Jones since 1938.
That marks the best June for the S&P since 1955 and the best June for the Dow Jones since 1938.
On the day, the Dow added about 73 points, rising to 26,599, while the S&P tacked on 16 points, bringing the benchmark index to 2,941.
On the day, the Dow added about 73 points, rising to 26,599, while the S&P tacked on 16 points, bringing the benchmark index to 2,941.
According to Reuters, the Dow Jones and the S&P closed their best June in decades ahead of the G20 summit. On June 28th, The Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 ended the month trading up between 6 and 7%. That marks the best June for the S&P since 1955, and the best June for the Dow Jones since 1938. On the day, the Dow added about 73 points, rising to 26,599, while the S&P tacked on 16 points, bringing the benchmark index to 2,941.
According to Reuters, the Dow Jones and the S&P closed their best June in decades ahead of the G20 summit. On June 28, the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 ended the month trading up between 6 and 7%. That marks the best June for the S&P since 1955 and the best June for the Dow Jones since 1938. On the day, the Dow added about 73 points, rising to 26,599, while the S&P tacked on 16 points, bringing the benchmark index to 2,941.
According to comicbook.com, 2021 will mark the end of Bob Iger's prolific tenure as Disney CEO.
According to comicbook.com, 2021 will mark the end of Bob Iger's prolific tenure as Disney CEO.
Iger said Thursday during the investors event that highlighted the company's coming streaming service Disney Plus.
Iger said Thursday during the investors event that highlighted the company's coming streaming service Disney Plus.
He stated, "I'm expecting my contract to expire at the end of 2021. I'd say, this time I mean it, but I've said that before."
He stated, "I'm expecting my contract to expire at the end of 2021. I said, this time I meant it, but I've said it before."
It felt as though Iger was proclaiming he would try and leave with Disney's streaming service in full force.
It felt as though Iger was proclaiming he would try and leave with Disney's streaming service in full force.
According to comicbook.com, 2021 will mark the end of Bob Iger's prolific tenure as Disney CEO. Iger said Thursday during the investors event that highlighted the company's coming streaming service Disney Plus. He stated, "I'm expecting my contract to expire at the end of 2021. I'd say, this time I mean it, but I've said that before." It felt as though Iger was proclaiming he would try and leave with Disney's streaming service in full force.
According to comicbook.com, 2021 will mark the end of Bob Iger's prolific tenure as Disney CEO. Iger said Thursday during the investors event that highlighted the company's coming streaming service Disney Plus. He stated, "I'm expecting my contract to expire at the end of 2021. I'd say this time I meant it, but I've said it before." It felt as though Iger was proclaiming he would try and leave with Disney's streaming service in full force.
According to comicbook.com, 2021 will mark the end of Bob Iger's prolific tenure as Disney CEO.
According to comicbook.com, 2021 will mark the end of Bob Iger's prolific tenure as Disney CEO.
Iger said Thursday during the investors event that highlighted the company's coming streaming service Disney Plus.
Iger said Thursday during the investors event that highlighted the company's coming streaming service Disney Plus.
He stated, "I'm expecting my contract to expire at the end of 2021. I'd say, this time I mean it, but I've said that before."
He stated, "I'm expecting my contract to expire at the end of 2021. I say this time I meant it, but I've said it before."
It felt as though Iger was proclaiming he would try and leave with Disney's streaming service in full force.
It felt as though Iger was proclaiming he would try and leave with Disney's streaming service in full force.
According to comicbook.com, 2021 will mark the end of Bob Iger's prolific tenure as Disney CEO. Iger said Thursday during the investors event that highlighted the company's coming streaming service Disney Plus. He stated, "I'm expecting my contract to expire at the end of 2021. I'd say, this time I mean it, but I've said that before." It felt as though Iger was proclaiming he would try and leave with Disney's streaming service in full force.
According to comicbook.com, 2021 will mark the end of Bob Iger's prolific tenure as Disney CEO. Iger said Thursday during the investors event that highlighted the company's coming streaming service Disney Plus. He stated, "I expected my contract to expire at the end of 2021. I say this time I meant it, but I've said it before." It felt as though Iger was proclaiming he would try and leave with Disney's streaming service in full force.
Research is now showing that prevalent marijuana use can lessen the effects of anesthesia.
Research is now showing that prevalent marijuana use can lessen the effects of anesthesia.
That's why doctors are urging patients be honest about their recreational drug use before surgery.
That's why doctors are urging patients be honest about their recreational drug use before surgery.
According to Lifehacker.com, anesthesia is a powerful drug and can affect a person's respiratory system if too much is used.
According to Lifehacker.com, anesthesia is a powerful drug and can affect a person's respiratory system if too much is used.
To ensure safety, it is important a patient communicates with their anesthesiologist.
To ensure safety, it is important a patient communicates with their anesthesiologist.
Research is now showing that prevalent marijuana use can lessen the effects of anesthesia. That's why doctors are urging patients be honest about their recreational drug use before surgery. According to Lifehacker.com, anesthesia is a powerful drug and can affect a person's respiratory system if too much is used. To ensure safety, it is important a patient communicates with their anesthesiologist.
Research is now showing that prevalent marijuana use can lessen the effects of anesthesia. That's why doctors are urging patients to be honest about their recreational drug use before surgery. According to Lifehacker.com, anesthesia is a powerful drug and can affect a person's respiratory system if too much is used. To ensure safety, it is important a patient communicates with their anesthesiologist.
Research is now showing that prevalent marijuana use can lessen the effects of anesthesia.
Research is now showing that prevalent marijuana use can lessen the effects of anesthesia.
That's why doctors are urging patients be honest about their recreational drug use before surgery.
That's why doctors are urging patients to be honest about their recreational drug use before surgery.
According to Lifehacker.com, anesthesia is a powerful drug and can affect a person's respiratory system if too much is used.
According to Lifehacker.com, anesthesia is a powerful drug and can affect a person's respiratory system if too much is used.
To ensure safety, it is important a patient communicates with their anesthesiologist.
To ensure safety, it is important a patient communicate with their anesthesiologist.
Research is now showing that prevalent marijuana use can lessen the effects of anesthesia. That's why doctors are urging patients be honest about their recreational drug use before surgery. According to Lifehacker.com, anesthesia is a powerful drug and can affect a person's respiratory system if too much is used. To ensure safety, it is important a patient communicates with their anesthesiologist.
Research is now showing that prevalent marijuana use can lessen the effects of anesthesia. That's why doctors are urging patients to be honest about their recreational drug use before surgery. So according to Lifehacker.com, anesthesia is a powerful drug and can affect a person's respiratory system if too much is used. To ensure safety, it is important a patient communicate with their anesthesiologist.